The first game is Hyderabad versus Lucknow. This is match number 58 and it happens in Hyderabad. Well, Lucknow is coming off that big loss, the 227 runs that GD put on. So it was a 56-run loss, if I remember correctly. And Hyderabad is coming off that last ball thriller win. So this is where the teams come in. Again, when we'll see the points table, who stands where, what happens, because like I said, when numbers come in, I just go completely blank. But we can see here, Hyderabad's at 9, but like you said, they have maximum games in hand. So they still have a chance to qualify, whereas Lucknow, 11 matches.
Yeah, they can go up to 17. Lucknow can go up to 17, but even 15 might do it. We don't know, even 15 might do it. What Lucknow has is that, if they can get to that 2 wins out of 3, definitely put them in contention. So they'll be hoping that to win all 3, of course, but 2 wins out of 3 also. They have a different problem though. They're Indian batting, and they had a lot of Indian batting to start with. That's not worked at all. KL Rahul has gone out. He's got injured. They bought in Karun Nair. But, even Ayush Budhoni has not given them anything. Deepak Hooda, Kunal Pandey, Ayush Budhoni, they'll be looking at them and saying, guys, you need to come to the party. And I think that is the problem they've been having, really.
The Budhoni has not come and obviously gotten the big runs, but he's looking good, but he's not been able to convert into the big runs. The good news there is Quinton de Kock's come in, and he's coming as if he's just been playing some great cricket, carrying some form forward from wherever he's been playing great cricket. So the good news is the overseas players.
Yeah, Quinton de Kock's a fantastic player. The fact that Mumbai just played us, I suppose it kind of segues nicely into this, and that for year after year he was at the top of the order there and absolutely smashed it and was consistent, a really good partner for Rohit, and together they destroyed opening partnerships, with bat in hand. And he can do that for Lucknow. He's shown everybody how good he is and how dangerous he can be. Whether he can do what he did again, that will be the hope, that he can carry on, that it's not just a one-off thing. He did get a bit tired in that game. It was an afternoon game, and they keep 20 overs and then go and bat. And at the back end, you
feel it.
It's sapping heat. It is sapping heat here in India. So it's not that easy. Hopefully, 1 game away, ready to go, and is able to go this time, no issues. But it is good news that he's turned up and has played a good innings. Mayers has been good for them. It really has been through the season. To keep de Kock out, I think, is a good effort, for them to keep faith in him and for him to retain his form and keep going. Stoinis, some innings here and there, Nicholas Puran. But because they've decided this is the way that they're going to go, it's essentially saying, we want to win the game with the bat.
Yeah.
Right? You are our overseas guys. You're not going to say lots of money for you, but it is the case. Lots of money paid for you. Here we are. Get us there. So they've got to do well. And if you're playing against them, that's where you take aim. Take aim at their overseas guys. And if you knock those over, you give yourself a big chance to actually knock the whole team over.
Well, let's see who can knock them over, and we'll have a look at Hyderabad's squad, because like I said, Hyderabad's coming off that last ball thrilling win. So there is Rahul Tripathi, who's come in and who has been looking impressive. That big name of Harry Brook though sits out. So is that something we can expect tomorrow, John?
I don't see Harry Brooks coming in now. I think they've got, what's happened there is Makram Karasin and Glenn Phillips, that 25, that was a match-winning innings, and they've just kept him out because, once Brook came in, he just has sat after that. But I think he's proved that he really performs at this level. Jansen gave them something as well. So those 4 internationals will play. Anmol Preet has walked in. Mayank Agarwal unfortunately has lost form and lost his place. So I think their team is now set. They know this is their best 11. This is the 11 that will play for them. And I think that's good for them. Now these guys just have to perform. It's home ground, so it's an advantage for them to a certain extent. And they need, really what they need is Bhuvi to get early wickets.
Yeah.
Because if Bhuvi gets early wickets and gets among that Lucknow, Indian batsmen in Lucknow, I think that's where the weakness of Lucknow lies.
So the bowling is the area of concern, right? Because if Bhuvi doesn't get those early wickets, it just feels like who do they go to? There's Mayank Markande who's been looking impressive, but there's no one who feels like that lethal bowler in that lineup.
Yeah, what they do generally, and I think it's kind of always been the case, is, and I remember they used to have Rashid Khan with them,
Rashid
right?
Khan.
And what would happen is you'd watch them and you think, well, in a kind of innocuous fashion, they seem to be able to do it. Nobody seems to be able to score heaps of runs against them. And they were that low-scoring team.
Yeah.
Anytime a game went kind of too high in terms of the score, so if it went to 170, 180 and they had to try and chase, they couldn't do it. And even the other way around, they'd go and they'd bat, and they would get what are middling
140s,
scores, 140, 150, and then they'd bowl you out, and they would defend it. So their bowlers are well aware of what their roles are generally. Bhuvi is fantastic. I mean, if we look at his record, and he is going at less than 8 to the over, I think it's like 7.4 or something ridiculous like that, over many games of opening the bowling and bowling at the back end. Now, I tell you what, it's no wonder they haven't let him go, right? Because you can't buy that. There's nobody, apart from, and I'll throw out a name, Bumrah, right? Bumrah would be the other one you'd look at and you'd say over his career, oh, great numbers, those, how does he do that? And that's in the same sort of league is
Wow, that's
Bhuvaneshwar.
something big, yeah?
Yeah, and he's done it season after season. So they rely heavily on him, and you would, because he's that good, right? If he does the business up at the front, then they're in business.
All right, so is he going to be your player to watch out for? Considering
Definitely.
your predictions have all gone well. So Bhuvi for you and for you, Joy?
I'm looking at the other camp and I'm saying Lucknow, at some point in time, Kunal Pandya has to come to the party.
Yeah.
He's important for them. There's made him captain. They've given him responsibility. He has to come to the party.
So there's Bhuvi, and from Lucknow, who's it going to be?
From Lucknow, I think, one of the batters. So I'm going Quinton de Kock again.